This is Team 2's digital and social media marketing project for the KC 2026 World Cup.
When performing a SWOT analysis of the KC 2026, we looked at strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Strengths include that the KC Sports Commission has experience in multiple large events, such as the NFL Draft, Super Bowl Parade, Big 12 Championship, and more. Kansas City is also a city that has many youth soccer teams and training facilities, as well as Major League Soccer teams. Because of this, Kansas City is known as the soccer capital of America. In the past, the KC Sports Commission has been strong in its social media, supporting these big events, getting fans excited, engaged, and informed. Weaknesses include the social media platforms do not hold much fan engagement. Postings are monthly on their most used social media sites. For 6,000 followers on their Facebook page, this means that with few and far postings, the chance that a follower would see the post is low. By increasing the number of postings to weekly, they could increase the likelihood that a follower would see the post. Opportunities include a large open window for the KC Sports Commission to increase the number of social media followers. Currently, Twitter only has 7,700, Facebook has a little over 6,000, and Instagram has just under 7,000 followers. The population of the Kansas City metro area is roughly 2.2 million people. This means that there are a lot of untouched individuals that these social media pages can still reach. Threats include social perception of the FIFA World Cup and also the KC Sports Commission and Kansas City. As time goes by leading up to the World Cup, working to keep the vision of the previously mentioned positive and continuing to monitor sentiment around the World Cup will be crucial. In addition to this, world events and previous negative sentiment are included. The KC Sports Commission for the KC 2026 FIFA World Cup has social media platforms including Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Content on these platforms includes similar posts including news, logos, videos, and photos. Currently, social media usage and postings by these accounts are not very active. Between all of them, they post monthly, sometimes more or less. Overall, the voice of the social media pages of KC 2026 are informative, including posts surrounding the winning of holding the KC Cup and different people coordinating the event. Most posts are an even mix of social influencing, social selling, or social networking. Please see the next 2 slides for more in-depth information.
Here are some key components to our social media audit of Facebook and Instagram. Here is a continuation of our audit highlighting LinkedIn and Twitter, now X.
For our audience, we are targeting millennials who are both single and married who are 35 years or younger. The next 2 slides will give a buyer persona of 2 examples of our target audience. The first one is Emily Event Goer. She is somebody who has the fear of missing out. She's in her late to mid 20s. She makes good money, around $100,000 a year. She uses her social media often, has a high rate of checking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. She uses the internet very frequently. She wakes up, checks her social media, goes to work at a typical 9 to 5, watches TV, hangs out with friends, checks social media, and then goes to bed. She hopes to have vacation homes in another country, plans to be a senior level manager by her 30s. She worries that if she doesn't participate in her friends' life or experience the same events that they are experiencing, she will lose out on relationships. She is heavily influenced on seeing other people enjoying concerts or celebrities posting about events that they are going to. Another example of our target audience is Scott Superfan. Scott is someone who loves sports. Everything about sports, is constantly checking his fantasy football, getting on social media, looking at Twitter for news about sports. He is married, he's 35 with kids, born and raised in Kansas City, works a 9 to 5 job, but watches sports every chance he can get. This is somebody that we are targeting to attend the KC World Cup because it's an event that they will want to be a part of. It's something that entices them, and it's something that they can bring their family and friends to. Scott makes around $80,000 a year. He stays healthy enough to run marathons. One of the biggest excitements for Scott and someone like Scott is the adrenaline rush of watching his team play competitive matches. He really enjoys bringing his family closer by rooting for his team together.
Our overall objective is to drive awareness to the 2026 Kansas City World Cup. We have 2 SMART goals in place, utilizing 5 social media platforms with the overall theme of increasing followers. The channels chosen for our SMART goals are due to our target audience. All 5 channels chosen have a particularly high usage rate for our targeted age. Pinterest especially has a large female following. Since Pinterest and Snapchat are not directly engaging users, content and KPIs will look a little different compared to the other platforms. Personally, I use Pinterest to look up crafts or activities to do with my son. Since Pinterest is more family-oriented, this aligns with the family atmosphere the Sports Commission is attempting to create in 2026. As to not drone on about formulas created to measure our KPIs, I've included 3 examples. Specifically with Snapchat and Pinterest, we will be taking metrics on the impressions of the World Cup. And with Twitter, now X, Facebook, and Instagram, we will be analyzing more engagement measures. Through all 5 channels, we will also be monitoring the sentiment, awareness, and reach. By measuring and analyzing monthly, we will be able to reevaluate our strategy and course correct as needed.
Here, you can see a breakdown of our marketing budget. Based on our goals for the number of followers we'd like to gain in order to garner engagement for the World Cup, we arrived at needing about $70,300 between Facebook and Instagram. Additionally, since we're really trying to focus on increasing female involvement in the World Cup, we put the same amount of money towards Pinterest. While Pinterest is mostly used for crafts, recipes, or shopping, it's still a viable option to advertise. Pinterest drives referral traffic to websites, so what better way to drive the female audience to the KC 2026 World Cup than to use a social media channel that's over 3/4 female? Snapchat takes a big budget because their Discover ads are expensive. These will be used sparingly in order to increase hype for the overall event as timing gets closer. Finally, we've budgeted for 4 tickets as a reward for about 10 UGC campaigns. Our leftover budget will be used to increase the sponsored content in whatever channel is being most successful according to our KPIs. Our content calendar involves multiple posts per week cycling through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Our hashtag World Cup Wednesdays will show previous World Cups along with events that are going on in Kansas City for our World Cup. Our hashtag Throwback Thursdays will feature player and team highlights, like one of many Messi's amazing goals shown to the right. Our Football Fridays will feature similar posts to Wednesdays, but will feature hype videos on the last Friday of every month and will involve a countdown to the games. Finally, as people are more free on the weekends, we will engage with the audience by running some UGC campaigns.
Celebrities and influencers. Jason Sudeikis is not only a local celebrity, but he participates in local KC charities such as the Big Slug, which is a large charity benefit for local children's hospital. He's a big reason why this event is so large. Also starring in the hit TV show Ted Lasso, a soccer series, which also could be used as a persona, Sudeikis will be able to reach a larger audience plus the local KC community. Patrick Mahomes is the face of the Kansas City Chiefs. Not only does he love soccer, but his wife is a co-owner of the KC Current, and with their help, they can bring more attention around the World Cup. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have taken the media by storm. With their status, they'll be able to reach an international audience, but also the local audience in the end. These people have the power to help bring awareness about the World Cup.
Okay, so to implement this brand campaign, we need to first announce the ads and the player highlights, really convey the message of what we're trying to get out of this campaign. This will include biweekly changes that we will assess, monthly hype videos, and monthly Instagram polls. Next, we want to look at the budget allocation for specifically the female audience we are trying to attract. This will, of course, come mainly from that daily budget split 50-50 between Facebook and Instagram. Next, we want to assess the performance thus far, what's doing well, what can we improve on, and respond to that accordingly. Next, we want to allocate that final push of the budget. What we assessed before, we need to implement and make those changes in order to have a successful end to the campaign. And lastly, as we mentioned in our budget, we really want to utilize the remainder of the budget that we have kind of as a safety net at the end to make sure, 1 year out from the event, we're doing anything and everything possible to make sure this campaign is the most successful that it can be.
The social media platforms that we'll be using are Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. The types of media that we're going to be posting will be short-form videos. These videos will keep our audience engaged, provide excitement, behind-the-scenes footage, player highlights, and inside scoop about players. It'll be more about like the team, the players, and the hype of the World Cup. Static posts will serve to keep our audience updated and share unique behind-the-scenes images, such as like player features and stories about players, teams, facility, and the setup. Pinterest is going to provide player highlights, more about game day activities, potentially with the family, game day outfits, tailgating activities. This would reach our female audience. And then tweets will we're going to keep Twitter a little bit more lighthearted and fun, but still make sure to keep the community updated on teams, players, schedules, and stats. And then stories, that's going to provide a direct line to be able to interact and engage with our audience and get direct feedback of what our audience wants, such as polls, surveys, and we also get to repost any user-generated content.
How do you feel about Kansas City being one of the named hosting cities for the 2026 World Cup?
Ooh, here I was hoping for a softball. Okay, you know what? I'm very excited. Truth be told, yeah.
City, you're making me feel extraordinary right now.
If I can grab myself a ticket, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm super excited.
And this is unbelievable down here in the Power Light.
And how proud are you today to be from Kansas City?
Kansas City's going to be one of these teams. I love this town. What I am genuinely worried about is once we get all these folks from all over the world to come to Kansas City and see our city, eat our food, meet our people, you're going to have a lot of folks that won't want to move away. That's what I'm worried about.
Here are some of our social media examples. So here we have 2 tweets and then a short form video. For the relevant Twitter posts, we want to utilize local celebrities and a trend to reach our target audience. Especially Scott Superfan for one of our personas. He will already be interested in the FIFA World Cup for Kansas City, but adding a celebrity will increase the shareability and humor, making him more likely to share. Emily, the event goer, will be drawn to this Twitter post because Travis Kelce, who is currently dating Taylor Swift, so she'll already be in the know kind of about him, and the use of humor and trend will make her intrigued and potentially want to share or get to learn more about the event. The short form video, this can be utilized as a Twitter video, a Facebook reel, Instagram reel, and Snapchat. The goal of this post is to excite our 2 personas. Scott Superfan will be drawn to this video because of the passion and energy that sports provides. Additionally, he's going to want to follow our accounts to continue to see videos like this, and this will also help reach our SMART goal on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Emily, the event goer, she will be especially drawn to celebrities who love Kansas City and the FIFA World Cup. She will want to go because everyone else is talking about the event. More than likely, she will see a repost for this video from Scott Superfan on socials and be interested. Finally, our last example for social media posts is actually a Pinterest board. And at first glance, Pinterest does not seem like the ideal social platform to utilize for marketing sports events. But women use the apps for recipes, outfits for different events, home renovations, etc. But there is a market for Emily the event goer, who will look up outfits for local sporting events or want to bring and contribute something to a tailgate, where our ads and blogs can reach her. She will want to save these pins for later.
In our presentation, we talked about bringing more attention around the KC 2026 World Cup, increasing overall growth and engagements on all social media platforms, using local influencers and celebrities that will bring the excitement for the World Cup. The most exciting sport in the world comes to KC in 2026, and you won't want to miss it.